Hello, my name is Bill Connor, and I'm running for Lieutenant Governor. You know, I grew up as a military brat from Charleston, and I spent my life moving around. My father, grandfather, great-grandfather were career Army officers, and we're very proud of our family business, which was defending our state and nation. I finished the Citadel about 20 years ago, and since that time I've spent most of my life as an Army infantry officer. You know, in addition to commanding units, which everyone knows about, I also spent time as an executive officer, which is second in command. That experience will help me if and when I'm elected to Lieutenant Governor of South Carolina. To be a good second in command requires a few things. Number one, it requires a little bit of humbling. You've got to step out of the limelight. You've got to support your boss. In this case, support the governor and keep them accountable to our core conservative principles and work with them. There is way too much of this up in Columbia. We all know it. And the idea is not to give away our core conservative principles, but we have got to learn to get things done. And I know how to get things done. In fact, in Afghanistan, I served as a senior advisor to Helmand Province, having worked with British forces, worked with Afghan political leaders, Afghan senior police, senior military, and they weren't in my chain of command, and yet I got things done. I got things done by sitting down and talking. I want to take that to Columbia. But also in my life, I want to tell you about some other things about me. When I was age 34, I decided to leave the active component military to go to law school. I had been a Ranger Company commander, a light infantry company commander, had done these great things. My head was probably too big. And God used that time in my life of going from being this Army infantry officer to being a first-year law student to really humble me, bring me to my knees. And I became a born-again Christian at that time in my life. And it really guides me on issues of life, on issues of family, and those sorts of things. I've got a wife of 18 years who herself is a small business owner, and we both help put her business together. I have three children. And since I finished law school, I've been a business defense attorney. We need tort reform. What we need is someone who understands the issues and nuances of tort reform to get things done. I know how to get things done when it comes to tort reform, and I believe in tort reform. I'm also board chairman for Low Tuition Christian School and understand many of the issues of education in South Carolina and our ideas on how to improve not only public education, but also those who homeschool or send their kids to private school. Why am I running? Well, if you go back just a couple of years ago, the 218th Infantry Brigade from South Carolina was called to combat service in Afghanistan. I wasn't with the 218th, but I felt the call to volunteer. I went over there, and once I got there, I saw something amazing. I saw our young men and women set out into a difficult mission in the middle of the Taliban spring-summer offensive, and through hard work, through ingenuity, through initiative, they got that mission done. I saw the strength of America. And what really got to me was when I got back home in the summer of 2008, I looked around and realized the country that I had raised my right hand to defend 19 years ago was going away. The reason why, quite frankly, is so many looking to government is the answer to all their problems. Friends, I'm here to tell you, government is not the answer. Freedom is the answer. Freedom is the answer. When government becomes too big and seeks to spread the wealth, it prevents all of us pursuing happiness and living in freedom. Our founders gave us our collective views, and they said we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, but among those are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We need to stand true to those values and teach us that our rights come from God and not government, and that we look to ourselves and we look to God to get things done. Now, as Lieutenant Governor, there are a few things I want to do to make the state work. First, jobs and economy are really the top concern of all South Carolinians. It really should be. We need to get ourselves back to work. And I've got some ways of doing that. Number one, presiding over the Senate, I will cut waste, cut the fat. I'll go through every piece of legislation. I'll continue to save money through ruling tax increases out of order, like the current governor, Lieutenant Governor. Additionally, I want to work through the Office on Aging to bring in retirees that bring 3 to 4 jobs per retiree household. And I've got the plan for that. One of the specifics is military retirees, trying to work to end the tax on military retirement. So we get military retirees here which are great citizens, and oh, by the way, have federal health care, and they're not draining the system. We need to work to get military retirees here. There are a lot of other ways I plan to do this, but I'd like you to go to voteconner.com, the website voteconner.com, where I lay out my plan. I'm an outsider. I understand I'm an outsider. I've never run. I need your help. I need your prayers, particularly, not just for me, but I was gone for 15 months for my wife of 18 years and 3 kids, and now I'm running for office. They went through 15 months of not knowing when they might lose their father or husband, and they're going through a lot now because of this new call in my heart. And I ask for your vote. I'm going to work for your vote. I'll be out all around South Carolina. You'll be seeing me. You'll be hearing about me. Thank you so much, and God bless you.